Isaac and Jacob. Those are our fathers. Who are the fathers of the Christian church? You go into any theological seminary, and they will tell you the fathers of the Christian church is
John Wesley.
No, they won't. They will tell you John Wesley, Calvin. Yes, they will. That's exactly right. Constantine. They even classified Constantine as a father of the Christian church. So, but they will say, we are of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But not understanding and having clear understanding that those are their fathers in this belief, in this walk. And that if they are our fathers, then we are commanded to do what? Walk like them. They kept the Sabbath. They kept the appointed times. They kept the dietary laws. So all of these things that have occurred, that's sitting and encapsulated in the Torah, in the commandments of Yahweh, these are the things that Father is saying. Remember the Torah of Moshe. Death and the grave are defeated. And this is after the time that we all can rejoice in this. Those who are walking in the righteousness of the Father. In Revelation 1 and 18. And the living one, and I became dead. This is Yeshua. And see, I am living forever and ever. Amen. And I possess the keys of the grave and of death. 1 Corinthians 15 and 55. O death, where is your sting? O grave, where is your overcoming? Where's your victory? Revelation 20 and 13. And the sea gave up its dead, and who were in it? And death and the grave gave up the dead. Now, death and the grave gave up the dead who were in them, and they were judged, each one according to their works. But then you can't stop there. You have to go on to 14. It says, and the death and the grave were then thrown into the lake of fire. This is the second death. If you're caught in the second death, you're in trouble. Because you're probably already, as we said, so as a tree falleth, so shall it lie. So once a person dies, there is no, some people, like in Mormonism, they believe that they can continue to pray for you and pray you into their heaven, or they can make you, the Catholics, well, they kill you and then they make you a saint. And then, they go on forward, and then they pray to you. So I think that's really interesting, that they kill you, then they make you a saint, and then they pray to you. Okay, so then you have, like I said, the Mormons, and they believe that once you die, a person dies, and I don't know if you all know this, but I did a study. Rabbi and I did a study on Mormonism, and they go into the newspaper, the obituary columns, and they get names of your loved ones, and they take them to their temple, and they pray for them to be saved or be exalted into their kingdom. And then once they are, then they receive some kind of world, they become a god of a world. Yeah. So it's it's very, very interesting. But Father says here, in this second death, so you have those like the rich man Divi in Luke 16. He's already in the flames of torment. Remember, we read that. He's in the flames, he's tormented, he looks up, he looks past the gulf, he sees Eleazar in the bosom of Abraham, he says, Father Abraham! That tells you that everybody who calls on Father Abraham is not going to go to rest with the fathers. So he calls on the Father Abraham, and he says, let Eleazar come, dip his finger in water and cool my parched tongue. But then, of course, Father Abraham tells him, that can't happen. There's a gulf. Yeah. Can't happen. Okay, he can't get here. You can't get there. So the picture that I want to paint for you right here is this. Is that once you go into that place, which is called Hades, into that place of, and I'm using that word because we have children, into that place of torment and flames, then that is what then the scripture says in Revelation 20 and 14, and death and the grave were then taken there, thrown into the lake of fire. And this is the second death. And that's eternity with the angels that we read about, who left their place where they were supposed to be in the immortal realm and came out and down into the mortal realm, and they were shackled. And then also Lucifer, Satan, Hasatan, cast into the lake of fire. So we can be certain that as long as we walk according to the righteous walk of Father Yahweh, walking out his commandments and walking out the best way we can. And you know how people who say, well, I can't, well, how can we do all of that? Because aren't those rituals? And I ask them, you have certain things that you do when you go to your church, right? Do you all have rituals in your church? Those are rituals. There are some people who have rituals of things that they do when they walk into their office in the morning. Certain things they do. They sit down, might go, put their coat up, turn on their computer, check their emails. Those are rituals. Those are things that you do, that are habitual things that you do every day. Some people have rituals. They come home. They do certain things. They go out. If they have a dog, the dog's been in all day. They'll go out, walk the dog, come back, get to dinner, whatever. Those are rituals. So when they start talking about the scripture and that's the commandments being rituals, we don't look at them as rituals. We look at them as a way of life. This is because I love to do this. Because first of all, it's a win-win situation. I benefit. Because Father said if I walk according to his word that I'll be blessed and not cursed. No matter if it looks like I'm cursed. I don't care what you think it looks like. It could look like anything, but you know what? I know that I'm being blessed. And even through anything that I'm having to go through, I'm still blessed. Because he promised me. Because I'm walking the best that I can according to his word. We had a call, and we're going to go ahead and take